Yeah, so for me, and just a statement, just a disappointing loss. Just like I was telling the guys, and there's going to be times when you lose games, and you played well, and you tip the hat to the other team. And not that Dartmouth did some good things, but we didn't execute at the level that we needed to, and that's where it's disappointing when you walk away frustrated because the execution. We didn't have the execution that we needed to be successful, and so I'd say that's the most frustrating thing. However, I did tell the guys this, that we have become a better football team over the last 3 weeks. Now, it's going to be really disappointing, and we continue to say that week in and week out. That's not how we want to do things. So we need to get the corrections, the issues that we're having fixed, and be able to then walk in here and say, hey, we fixed the problems that we're having, led to our success, led to our victory today. But we have become a better football team over the last three weeks now. Okay, as we get into conference play, we now need to figure out. We go to Drake, very tough place to play. Got our first win there ever last year, and so they'll be ready for us, but we will as well. So. Again, I just think from my perspective, just disappointing because we didn't play the best football that we could have played. And if we did and they beat us, you tip your hat and say, okay, great. But we got to find ways to be better.
Robert, can you kind of touch on the growth that this football team has showed over the last 3 weeks?
Yes, we did. I agree with Coach Fox. We definitely got better since week 1, but we're not over the mountain yet or the hump where we got to start winning. I know we're a way better football team than this, and it's something positive to build on that we're still close and we're playing this bad right now, and I just know we can do better. We got to. As a leader in the team, I got to do better. I got to anything I could do, encouraging my guys or anything I can do personally. I got to look at myself and do better for next game so we can win.
Austin defense put you guys in position with a couple of fumble recoveries. You had some. Just touch on the not letting them pull away and kind of keeping the defense right there.
For us, for defense-wise, we always pride ourselves on just going. And, we're running the ball, we're doing the right things. We just got to do it more consistently. And it starts with me, starts with up front as well, the D-line. But D-line, we have glimpses of it, but we just got to keep going and hammering down and doing it consistently time over time. But, yeah, today was that time where the defense, we started getting some more turnovers, started doing those good things. I just want to see us keep doing that more and more throughout the season.
Landon, what explanation did they give you on the fair catch?
They said that as long as you could just be bobbling the ball, and you have to give them time to catch it. So he could sit there, and I asked him, so he could just sit there and keep juggling it, and yeah, he has time to catch it still.
Robert, in the red zone, you guys came up empty a couple of times. You came to the field goal and he just kind of stalled a little bit. What do you guys have to do better inside the red zone?
We have to execute, and that starts on Monday. And I try to talk to my guys all the time. We have to have great practices every day because when it comes to Saturday, if you practice bad, which we did this Thursday, it's not just going to show up on Saturday. They're coming out. They got game plans for us, and we have to execute better. Our defense played. They gave us 3 turnovers there, man, and that's 3 touchdowns we got to have. We have to have it. And as an offense, we're going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to see what we can do better so we can score in the red zone so we can capitalize.
And Landon, same question for you. Just the frustration you echoed a little bit. Is that about the red zone and not being able to punch it in there?
Yeah, it's one of the things that we talked about prior to the game is that, one of the keys to the game was going to be red zone. For them last year, they were really good in the red zone. I think they were in the red zone right at 30 times and scored 26 touchdowns. And so that was one of the things that we needed to make sure that we tried to force field goals. And then when we had the opportunity offensively to do it, we have to have the ability to score down there. And so we got to take a look and just make sure, are we doing all the right things necessary for us to be successful? And I think Robert hit it on the head. It starts with me. You got to look at it and see, hey, are we in the right position to then offensive coaches and then ultimately players executing.
And your thoughts on Taryn? I think it's Taryn, how you pronounce it?
Taryn, yeah.
Taryn. To bounce back from statistically a poor effort in the opening game.
Yeah, Taryn has the ability to be a really good quarterback. And so I guess for us, we anticipated him bouncing back and having a good game. But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of faith. I mean, we it's our job as coaches to put the best guys out there that practice at the highest level, and he was able to do that throughout fall camp. But just as in anything, you got to be consistent as you go through practices and through the games as well.
Robert, take me through the jump pass. How often do you get to work on being a thrower?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you. I messed it up heavily. He built me out. So it was a great catch by Heb. I threw it into like triple cover, but it was a great catch by Heb. But it was a good call by the coaches. We practiced it Thursday, so when they called in the game, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was kind of nervous. So, but it was a good play by Heb. He bailed me out. He just went up there and took it from 3 guys.
Anything else?
Coach, how do you feel about the crowd down here today?
Oh, it was awesome, right? I mean, the fan support and that was for me, the best crowd since I've been here in terms of just the atmosphere, the excitement. Like you kind of had a high school feel to it, right? Like the way that the students were in the stands chanting, and just awesome. I'm getting goosebumps. Just you appreciate that. These guys work so hard that you just appreciate that our student body acknowledge the hard work that they put in, and that's why we try to be part of this, the community as well. And like we were at the women's soccer game, but because that's what you want to do it for each other, and to have that support was a factor in the game. Like you can say what you want, that was a factor in the game, and for us, to play with passion, play with emotion. That was a factor, and so we appreciate it, and we asked them for that continued support because that was awesome.
Austin, can you just touch on the fans too? I think in your time here, that's got to be the best crowd you had.
Oh yeah, by far. That was by far the best crowd. Like even like turnovers. Whenever you get a turnover and that crowd's going crazy, it's a huge plus for us. After one of my fumble recoveries, I came off the sidelines. The crowd's going crazy. Sidelines are going crazy. Came back to the bench. I was probably the most tired I was the whole game off of just doing that. So the crowd was awesome. That was I hope that continues to go on for every home game for sure.